I think Pakistan is escalating a, a territorial dispute which it has created by claiming that it has uh, border on the eastern side, that is Indian side of the Sir Creek, and not in the middle of the Sir Creek as international law states. This is disputed by India, and India has been creating infrastructure to defend its territory and to ensure that the border stays where international law allows it to. Uh, that is in the middle of the creek and not on other side, on Indian side. Pakistan has objected to that, uh, and this objection is to something which is ongoing since 1995, that is for nearly 30 years. It has also shown emboldened Pakistan after it has allegedly received some assurances from United States and Saudi Arabia, etc., to ameliorate the losses it suffered in May 4-day war with India. I think in his response, Raksha Mantri ji has been very categorical and has told Pakistan that this kind of pressure would not be tolerated, and India reserve the right to retaliate in case of any misadventure by Pakistan. India and Russia are two very important members of BRICS and SCO, and they would the meeting of their heads of government, heads of state in Delhi in December, as it's likely, is certain to discuss further bilateral cooperation as well as multilateral cooperation. It is to be noted that the international situation, particularly in economic domain, has become a bit turbulent, and there is need for greater collaboration between large countries such as India and Russia. Despite United States pressure tactics vis-a-vis both these countries, in connection with tariff and in connection with India continuing to exercise its autonomous sovereignty of decisions by buying Russian crude. United States has imposed punitive tariff to the tune of 25% on India's purchases of Russian crude, which we regard as unjust and not warranted under the international law. I think the summit, which is going to be the first time since 2001 that President Putin is going to visit India, would emphasize the exceptionally close and strategic relations between the two countries, and it will also chalk better and higher orbit for bilateral ties as well as herald better decision making in BRICS and SCO required to meet the international challenges. I think these two sectors underline the collaboration between the two countries. Particularly the oil purchases by India from Russia has risen, partly because the terms offered by Russia are much more competitive than offered by other oil exporters. And India, being the third largest buyer of crude in the world, has its own position. So So it fills in a very important gap in our energy security. Therefore, the United States pressure on India to stop buying crude from Russia is likely to come up during the visit, and we have reasons to believe that India would stick to its policy of not accepting outside interference in bilateral economic ties in such an important matter as crude purchases from a third country. Now, in terms of defense, India's long-term dependence on Russia for weapons, spare parts, etc. Is self-evident. How to give this a new fillip when advanced weapon systems such as fifth generation fighters, fourth generation fighters, and S-400 type of anti-aircraft defenses are needed by the country is something to be looked for. India has a vast autonomous program for Atmanirbharta or self-dependence in defense sector, and we would look to Russia to have technology transfer done for India to manufacture many of these advanced items. इस बारे में समाचार मैंने देखे हैं, लेकिन ये समाचार अस्पष्ट हैं और थोड़ी अटकलबाजी पर निर्भर हैं। प्रधानमंत्री का आसियान समिट में जाना तो तकरीबन निश्चित है, लेकिन ट्रंप साहब का वहाँ आना अभी तक इस बारे में कोई भी ठीक तरह से पुष्टि नहीं हुई है। तो पहली बात तो ये है कि अगर वो दोनों वहाँ पर मौजूद होते हैं तभी किसी शिखर वार्ता की बात हो सकती है। दूसरी बात ये है कि ऐसी शिखर वार्ता आमतौर पर तभी होती है जब उसके लिए उपयुक्त माहौल हो। अगर भारत के ऊपर 50% टैरिफ लगे हुए हैं तो राष्ट्राध्यक्षों को मिलने के बाद क्या उनसे अपेक्षा की जाएगी कि इसमें कुछ परिवर्तन हुआ है स्थिति में। तो ऐसी स्थिति में मेरे ख्याल से मिलने के बारे में अभी सोचना थोड़ा सा जल्दबाजी होगी, और ये शिखर वार्ता तभी होगी हामिशे पर जबकि कुछ उसके लिए माहौल तैयार होगा। तीसरी बात यह है कि ट्रंप साहब को भारत में क्वाड की मीटिंग के लिए नवंबर में आने का न्योता भी है, तो उसके बारे में भी कोई निश्चित निर्णय अभी तक अमेरिका से नहीं आया है। तो वो भी इसी बात पर निर्भर है कि दोनों देशों के संबंधों में ये जो दरार आई है, खटास जो आई हुई है, वो कायम रहेगी या उससे पहले निबट जाए।